Hello everyone, this is High Priestess Tana and I am back with another reading. Actually, I'm doing something a little bit different today. I actually want to do a reading on Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, as you know, is going through a lot right now. She has been diagnosed with a form of dementia and another condition called aphasia. So this reading is going to be very deep, and I would like to share some messages that I received before I actually start shuffling and pulling cards. First and foremost, I would like to pray over my deck and pray for my collective. And first and foremost, I would like to pray for Wendy Williams because she is going through it, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's so sad. It's very sad. Holy Spirit, I would like to ask you for your protection, your healing, peace, guidance, love, and just overall light right now for Wendy Williams, myself, and my collective, especially for Wendy Williams because she's going through a lot. I know Wendy Williams has done some things in her life, but at the same time, no one deserves to be tortured going through all these different things. Like, you can say what you want, you can have your opinion, but people have done way more to Wendy Williams and haven't gone through half as much. From what I was picking up, I do believe that someone has done something to Wendy Williams to like spiritually attack her, and it has manifested, or it had manifested into certain medical conditions over time. But I'm picking up some deep stuff. But then again, I will also like to stress this reading is for entertainment purposes only. It's no substitution for any medical diagnosis or any type of form of conditions or illnesses or whatever factors that are at play. I just wanted to clear that up before anything proceeds any further with this reading. Yeah, Wendy, I feel like someone has done something to her, sorry, spiritually to attack her. Wendy was a very opinionated person. Or that's still her personality, besides the dementia. But overall, that's her real personality. Is like Wendy, she said it how she meant it. You know what I'm saying? That's just who she is. But with the dementia, it's actually taken over a lot of her personality. So we're not seeing the real Wendy. And that's funny that I mentioned that we're not seeing the real Wendy, because I feel like Wendy is under some type of control. I feel it. Like some type of, I'm getting like, and this is all alleged mind control. It's like she's I don't want to say like a puppet allegedly, but I do feel like Wendy Williams is under some type of control. I'm just going to say that. And I do feel like someone had thrown something spiritually at her. And another thing I would like to emphasize is that, do you notice how I know that Wendy Williams has Graves' disease, and also aphasia, which from my understanding, both could cause her eyes to bulge. But from what I'm getting is that, if you look at the character from Beetlejuice from back in the day, like in the late 80s or something, there was a character who had very bulging eyes. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful or anything. I'm just saying that I noticed that she favors the character from Beetlejuice due to her condition. It makes her look similar to that character. And it's not any way being malicious or anything. And what kept coming up in my mind was Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And not just the movie Beetlejuice itself, but the star Beetlejuice, which deals with fame, influence, and success, right? So she is a celebrity. She does have pull like this. She has pull in the industry. She has the wealth and the fame and the power. And when she was married to her ex-husband Kevin, they made a lot of power moves together. They had a lot of business together, a lot of money. They made a lot, millions of dollars together, okay? Let's just keep it real. And I think she has some tie to the star Beetlejuice as well. Yeah, I keep getting that heavy. All right, so let's see. I would like to tap into the energy around Wendy Williams at this time. I just hope that she's safe and everything. I saw both parts of the documentaries. Well, actually, it looked like it was really like broken up into four parts, really. I meant to say like both nights on Saturday and Sunday. I think it was about four parts. But the first time they showed it, the first night and second night, it was in 2 hours a piece. Like, so yeah. And they showed like two episodes in those 2 hours. All right. For each night. All right. What, Holy Spirit, what is going on with Wendy Williams? What is currently going on with Wendy Williams? Some sad energy, y'all. So we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You know what? This is giving me the vibe about her finances. She's very disappointed about her finances, that's for sure. I'm also feeling like she could be a little down about her not working like she used to because of her mental conditions with the aphasia and dementia. So she's being slowed down a whole lot, like to the point she's not working at all. And she shouldn't be working, not in the condition that she's in. She has what, lymphedema, she has Graves disease, she has dementia, she has aphasia, and she was battling with alcoholism. So, or I don't know if she still is at this moment, but from what I saw in the documentary, near the end, she's supposed to be doing much better, and I pray that she is. So what I'm getting here is that she is being slowed down a whole lot. She's not really doing much when it comes to working and making money. She doesn't have to, honestly, because she's sitting on millions of dollars. But because of this conservatorship or whatever, that was appointed by the state of New York, or the court in the state of New York, she's not really active doing a lot of projects and working and stuff right now because of her conditions. And I do feel like that is taking a toll on her. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, she's not being given any new opportunities, any new financial opportunities, from my understanding, because of her state of mind. This isn't something that she should have to focus on anyway. This also could represent instability, insecurities, a lack of growth, a lack of opportunities. This is a lot going on here. I do feel like, well, we already know that she feels unstable, and I'm quite sure she's feeling quite insecure because she's not the same way how she was before. And knowing with all these these two new diagnoses that she's going through a lot. This is really taking a toll on her, and it's definitely making her feel unstable, and she is unstable because of those situations. or conditions. What else is going on with Wendy Williams? Holy Spirit, ask for you to protect me, my collective, and even Wendy at this time. We have the Empress in reverse. Yeah. I do feel like she probably need to take care of herself a little bit more. She could be in that same situation where, she wasn't really taking care of her health, is, in the best, and wasn't in the best state of mind. Well, she's never going to be in the best state of mind at this point because, the dementia and aphasia. But I feel like I'm picking up something about, of course, this is dealing with her health, her not being in the best state of health right now, her not feeling her best right now because of all what she has to go through due to all of these different changes in her life, due to her illnesses. And it's just, she needs some self-care right now. I feel like I really do feel that, and to take heed to her health a little bit better. I feel like she has good and bad days, right? Where some days she's doing really good, and they even mentioned that in the documentary. Some days she's not feeling so good. I feel like she don't feel like the queen that she usually is. Like, I'm getting like where that, or was at the time. She is a queen in her own right, but she's not feeling like this queenly energy. Yeah. Death in reverse. I feel like, and we saw this on the documentary, anyone who saw the documentary, some things aren't going to change, obviously, because of, the mental condition that she has. Sorry. But I feel like this is what's bothering her. It's like bothering her self-esteem, and I guess she's like measuring her self-worth as well because of, she know what's going on with her. And I was looking at the fact, like, even how Wendy was dressing on the documentaries. We know Wendy usually don't dress like that. You know what I'm saying? She, yeah, she's definitely not as put together as she used to be because of her state of mind. Um, Wendy dressed amazing to me when she was in her right state of mind. She was very well put together. You know, makeup was looked great, wigs were great, outfits were together, beautiful heels. Like, she would wear some cold heels, like Louis Vuitton, or not, or maybe Louis Vuitton, but Louboutins and all this stuff like that. She was on point. Death in reverse though. Sorry, I went back to the Empress in reverse, but Death in reverse though, I'm getting that some things just aren't going to change for Wendy, and that's the reality she has to face. I think that she is facing that to a certain degree, like when she's briefly in her right state of mind. She know that this illness isn't going anywhere, and it's affecting her. It is really affecting her badly. Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is how Wendy is when she's having her, I don't want to say like episodes, but she gets very angry and she's very hasty, and she could come off as being very rude. But you have to understand, she's dealing with a form of dementia and aphasia. She's going to be very moody. And I get this is her striking at the people who work around her, you know what I mean? And her loved ones, her family members. Like, she just can't, she doesn't have the mental capacity to know most of the time right from wrong. Like, I saw she has started an argument with her driver and her publicist about, oh, you have to go past the Wendy show in order to get to the, was it the cigar shop or the smoke shop, sorry, to get her blues, the vapes that she loves smoking on. Okay. And they did that until, I know they did that probably about 20 times, damn near, until, she just finally just was like, fuck it, you know? But again, she's battling herself. It's like an internal battle within herself. And she has a hard time distinguishing, sorry, right from wrong. At times because of these cognitive issues. And it's just a lot, y'all. It's got me feeling emotional. It's a lot. I was about to prep myself to get ready to go to bed, but I said this was on my mind too heavy. I had to do this. King of Cups. This could be, and you know what's crazy? Wendy is a water sign. She's a Cancer. That's her zodiac sign is Cancer, right? So this could be how she is at times. Very emotional. And also, Wendy had been drinking a lot too. Okay? And you see how he has these chalices in his hands? Or chalice, and this looks like a baton or something in his hand. But I'm getting, this is how she could be feeling right now, though, besides the drinking and all that stuff. I feel like this is Wendy's energy where she could just be very emotional. She's naturally very emotional anyway. I feel like she been crying a lot, y'all. I feel it. I almost felt like a tear was about to drop. King of Wands in reverse. I feel like this could be how Wendy is coming off sometimes to her staff. It's like she could be very emotionally attached to them, and very kind and sweet and caring and nurturing. And then one minute she can, because of, her medical issues and her current diagnosis. We already know anyone who has dementia can go on and off like a light switch. And one minute they could be very nice, kind, and gentle, and they could be very mean the next minute in a split second. And she could come off as being arrogant and mean and kind of rude and condescending. I saw her go off on the nail tech, her stylist, her manager, but again, you have to excuse her because sometimes she really don't. I mean, a lot of times, not sometimes, a lot of times she don't know right from wrong. And they do have such this love for her. And I believe that's why they could just let it roll off their back. But they do get hurt about this really badly. I'm getting, it can hurt their feelings really badly. And it hurts them too because they don't like seeing her like this. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. So again, I do believe that Wendy is also emotional because, again, business ventures aren't taking off like how they usually would. Back in the day, back when she was in her golden, I ain't gonna say golden years, but when she was in her prime. She's in her golden years now, to be honest, but back when she was in her prime, when she had her talk show, when she was on the radio and stuff, she had business ventures left and right. Movement with these businesses were excellent. They were amazing. She had a lot of income coming in. She had built a lot of relationships with people. And now I feel like this is showing that these connections have been cut off. There's a lot of restriction, a lot of, I'm picking up this stalemate, a lot of lack of movement with these relationships, a lot of stagnation with these business relationships and relationships with friends. Honestly, I do feel like this card is also, it indicates that she might be returning back to somewhere. I'm feeling like Miami, because I feel like she might be returning back to her family in Miami. On the documentary, they showed that where she visited her family in Miami, but I do feel like she might return back to them and might stay there for a while again. I hope so. She needs their support. We have the High Priestess. This is about intuition. This can also indicate things that are like in secret. There are a lot of things about Wendy we don't know about, y'all. A lot of things that are going on in secret that has nothing to do with us and may not be none of our damn business at this moment. I'm just going to say that. Do I feel like it's a lot we don't know about what's going on with this conservatorship and her life? Yes. Has it yet been revealed? I don't think, well, obviously, we're slowly but surely getting information, right? That's hidden from us. Okay. One more. Four of Pentacles. I feel like in this case, Wendy is feeling like, why do it feel like I'm penny pinching off my own money? I feel like a pauper. I have millions of dollars in the bank. But if you think about it, and it's crazy because this, how you know Wendy is going through some things, right? Because I heard her tell her niece that I have billions of dollars in the bank. And her niece was like, billions? And she was like, yeah, I got billions. If I heard that correctly, she really has millions, obviously. Okay. But it was so sad because I feel like Wendy just feel like she's holding on for dear life. Like she feel like her resources are scarce and they're not. But because of this conservatorship and all this rigmarole and back and forth with that, she feels like she doesn't have much as she really should have. Like far as financially, she has a lot, but she can't get her hands on that amount of money that she would truly desire. And it feel like she's like lacking resources or penny pinching, and she's really not. But that's what in her mind it could seem that way. When you're used to a luxurious lifestyle and here comes someone, oh, you can only have but this a month or that a month, or we're only going to get you this amount. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. Actually, I think I want to do something a little different. Let's see here. I want to pull a few cards from this deck. See what positive messages we could have for Wendy. The Divine Abundance deck, Oracle deck. What positive messages do you have for Wendy, Holy Spirit? This is so sad, y'all. It's sad, y'all. I'm sorry. It was so sad. It is sad, rather. Right action. Ooh, what is this word? Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. I believe that Wendy still needs to detox herself from a lot of the negativity around her. That could be letting people go who don't serve her no good. Yes, men, people who not there for her best interest. And what needs to come, come. When you let go of the unnecessary, I would say, energy and entities that don't serve for your highest good, you're going to bring in a lot of positive energy, a lot of blessings, a lot of rewards, a lot of just overall just good energy and good vibes and just abundance out of the wazoo. You know, I'm not just talking about material things. I'm referring to like spiritual abundance, like you feeling just free and just not worried about anything, you because you know that the Most High has your back, your spiritual team, your angels, guides have your back, and you won't have to worry about fighting battles alone. They're going to take good care of you. Okay. We have receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Wendy is still a smart woman. Don't get it twisted. Just because she has dementia doesn't mean she's not smart. Doesn't mean that she can't make a rational decision here or there or rational decisions, period. Although she has dementia and aphasia, she can still make a sound decision when her mind is like, I would say, in a right state of mind. Like she did this thank you speech about people supporting her about her new diagnoses and or diagnosis or whatever, and she sound very articulate like she usually do. So I think she need to just open up a little bit more spiritually and trust the divine and trust her inner guidance. And that's probably why that high priestess card came out too. She needs to trust her intuition. When it comes to her, trust it. You know what I'm saying? She's a Cancer. So she is automatically highly intuitive. Don't get it twisted. Oh, she's in tune. But I think she's not as spiritual as she needs to be. That's the issue. And she needs to be spiritually cleansed as well. Humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. That's what I was saying. She just need to open up more spiritually. I think it's going to help her manage her diagnoses and just be more grounded. Although this is something she's going to have to live with for the rest of her days, from my understanding. Obviously, with something like this, it's like no turning back. Like you can't bounce back from that. Besides just keeping yourself healthy, having a good diet, keeping your mind strong. I was hoping that there was some type of pill or something to help her memory. Like, you know how they have pills and stuff for people with dementia and stuff, and it can help them get a little better. That'd be amazing. And it can help her. And also maybe she need to do yoga or something, or pray more, fast or something in a process while her mind, you know, when she feels like her mind is coming to her, like her memory is coming to her rather again, you know, I pray that someone is going to be there to guide her in the right direction. And but her spiritual team is going to have her back, and God, of course. Intuition, what I tell you. That's why that high priestess card came out. I kept saying that. I kept saying, and she's a Cancer. They're highly intuitive. The zodiac sign Cancer, the crab, is very intuitive. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Yeah, she's very intuitive, y'all. She just got to activate it more and trust spirit. Like, I think she may be afraid of spirituality. I'm getting that. But I do believe that, you know what, with that high priestess card too, I do get that someone who could be a high priestess could help her cleanse from like this spiritual warfare that she's facing. Like maybe she needs spiritual baths. I'm getting that heavy, and I said I sense that someone put something on her spiritually. I hope that a high priestess, well, obviously, if they're a high priestess, they know how to do all types of spell work. I hope that this is the high priestess I'm picking up on. But, you know, if it is, it's a damn shame what people do to others out of just, I don't know, just madness. At the bottom, we have delusion. And that is what she's going through right now because of her mind state, you know? Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. It's hard to try to constantly make the right decision and believe certain things when your mind is eating away, pretty much like deteriorating. You're going to be delusional at times. You don't know what's what, who's who, where is where. You know, you're just all over the place because your mind is basically deteriorating, you know? Oh, this was in reverse and it shouldn't have been. Change is in reverse. So this is a challenge for Wendy. Change. It shouldn't have been, because usually with this deck, I don't do reversals. That's why I said that. Make sure the other ones aren't reversed. That's why I'm doing that. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. I said that Wendy, with that death in reverse card, I was saying that certain things may not change, such as her health. You know what I mean? It's something she's going to have to manage, you know. But overall, with change, I do feel like Wendy do need to be a little bit more open to change. That's why I said like being more open to God and her spiritual team helping her, listening to her intuition when she have nudges, if she can, because you know I understand that obviously, because I had a great grandparent who had a form of dementia, and trust me, it was, oh man, it was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking. um yeah, I'm sorry. I was very close to my great grandmother. And that's why this is so sensitive for me. Yeah, it's going to be hard for Wendy to try to make a change, but I think she can do it, even though she's going through what she's going through. Like I said, Cancer, uh, people born under the zodiac sign Cancer is very intuitive, and they know right from wrong. When they're using their intuition, like as far as like their discernment, I believe that she was very tapped into her intuition more so before all of this happened. But it is a challenge. It's going to be challenging because her mind is going to come and go, come and go. It's like ping pong, right? So yeah, that's all I have to say about this reading. Again, thank you so much. My name is High Priestess Tana, and you're tuning into Tana Tipple Healing Works. Um, yeah, thank you so much. And I hope y'all have a beautiful night. I'm wishing you all peace, health, happiness, stability, fertility, positive vibes, positive energy, healing light, and all that good stuff. Also sending positive vibes, healing, peace, and just positive energy to Wendy Williams as well. All right, peace.